Okay. All right. Here we go. We're live, I think. It says we are.
Excellent.
Nice. Here we go. Porchlight Family Media is on. Corey Keller. In the chat, y'all let me know if you can see me. Can you hear me? Can you see me? Looks like we got some good comments. I can hear you. Perfect. All right. Welcome, guys. Dan, thank you. All right, everybody. We're going to start the show.
Awesome.
Estranged twins, Rhona and Flint, are pried from their despondent lives by an incomprehensible force. Rhona, a tempestuous cage fighter and runaway, wrestles with her geeky brother Flint, as the siblings try to elude a dangerous enemy who was responsible for the disappearance of their father. An unlikely ally leads the twins across time, through a mysterious ancient stone, to medieval Wales in the year 1232 AD. Here they come face to face with a brutal world filled with superstition and legends. Along the way, they meet a penniless leader, a dark sorceress, and a warrior priest who provoke the twins into confronting the truth about themselves, each other, and Jesus Christ. Sometimes, it takes getting out of your comfort zone for God to speak to you. In the case of twins Rhona and Flint Thatcher, it takes going back in time for God to get a word in edgewise.
1232 will be released as weekly episodes on your favorite streaming platform.
An audio epic, as we describe it, is a fully narrated, fully dramatized, soundscaped, and scored audiobook experience.
Telling the story via audio is so that your imagination can take flight. And unlike a book, you can share it in real time with others.
Take 1, Chapter 1.
I just wanted to show you guys why 1232 is going to be an audio epic instead of a movie, because my hands, for whatever reason, just aren't up to the quality. For
if you're going to throw up, it's okay.
Yeah, throw up now.
We decided audio was better.
Day 2, Chapter 2, in game.
And it's amazing to see where it's come from and where it's gone now into a full 60-episode show, yet again, for you, that yet again includes all of my family members and your support.
Hi, I'm Kevin McDonald. I have the privilege of playing Merlin in this audiobook. I'm very excited about it. So thrilled to be a part of this. I also play God, so watch your step. All right, thanks.
Nice.
Good. Well, you got the nice video for it.
That's my background, so I better have it.
Oh, there you go. All right.
So way that should be, right?
Yeah.
Better roll your R's.
Do you always lecture in combat, Father?
Oi! Oh! Oh, what for the priest there? Oh, I don't know if I've got my accent down anymore, Tom. Hang on.
Okay, Unc, it's your turn.
Oh, you did film it.
Yeah, I did.
Now you're gonna go
Now
that way, are you? Do not know, sir. Yeah. Oh, ha. Hey. There it is. Oh, that's good. No, you're not that tricky, boy. I get you. Come on, man. Come on.
What's the matter with my voice? What do you think I am? Tell me something!
I'm Kaylin and I'm playing Daffod.
My name is Jessica King. I'm reading for Zoria. What else
Nice.
do I say? I like it. I get to be evil without the karma.
There you go. Exactly.
Hey, I'm Robin Cage, and I'm playing Rhona.
I'm Garrett Goodlow, and I play the part of Edward.
Hi, I'm Robin Scott, playing Thomas Hoffman.
Howdy, my name is Sherry Evans, and I'm playing the part of Karen. And Karen is someone that I can really relate to, as she has passion for liberty and freedom, and her love for Jesus Christ has touched my life as well.
My name's Garrett LeMay. I play the medic, Black Rider, and Lord Rodri.
I'm Floyd Goodlow, and I'm playing the part of Boss Kellum, and it's fun.
Nice.
Hi, my name is Aldo Montes, and I'm playing the part of Pastor Ruben. Thank you so much.
I'm Miranda, playing Melona.
Nice.
Woo, here I go. Getting ready for fight scene.
Yeah. Woo!
Too much, if you ask me.
The sacred scriptures say that nothing in all creation is hidden from God's sight. Everything is uncovered and laid bare before the eyes of Him to whom we must give account. It is His very presence that gives men of faith their impossible courage.
On to the next adventure.
Sister, brother, husband and wife, let me hear your voices.
Yeah,
Don't you let it hide. Don't have time.
All right, we're back, everybody.
Yeah, that was cool. I hadn't seen that.
I know, that's kind of fun. That's a Cali special, throwing together a little video like that. All right, we're going to bring in a bunch of the cast crew writers, cast crew times 22. Hey, guys. All right, we can hear you. We can see you. Welcome, everybody, to the 1232 release party.
Right
hey,
on.
Mom,
Hey.
a.k.a. Sherry Evans, Karen, Cheyenne Bell, author, and many other voices, and Sid Goodlow, Priest Michael, Uncle, producer, all the things. Welcome everybody in the chat. Chris Green, Roberto, Kitty, Sarah, JD. So fun to have you guys. The day came.
It's
Can
sick.
you guys believe it?
It's amazing. It's amazing. So much work.
It has been 14 years. Here we go. So how are you guys feeling tonight? How's it going over there?
Well, and you can see we have a great sunset.
Yeah.
It is beautiful New Mexico
That's the
sunset
reality
there.
of the cold and wind blowing outside here in the mountains. We're not as cold as Texas apparently right now, though, so that's okay.
Oh, that's better.
Yeah.
We're up in a box canyon up in Utah, northern Utah right now, and I think it might be the coldest here currently. We've had almost 6 foot of snow in the past 10 days.
So we've been getting a lot of editing done.
We've been doing
Lots of pow days.
Lots of pow days, lots of computer time.
All right. So everybody, 1232, it is out already right now on Spotify, YouTube, Amazon, Apple Podcasts. We did get that sorted. We had some technical issues this morning, but we got it fixed. And also it's on Dramify, which is the go-to for streaming audio dramas. I want to thank JD with Porchlight Family Media in the chat for getting us connected. Wow, huge. Thank you. And Chris Green. Chris Green also has a show coming out that I'm going to talk more about a little bit later and share with you guys Audio Theater Central, where you can get all kinds of family-friendly audio dramas. So, Cheyenne, author, what do you think? It's out.
I'm floored that people can listen to the story. And the one thing I've been thinking all day is I just hope everybody likes it, because I can just imagine listening it for the first time, trying to listen to it like as if I didn't know what was going to happen. And it's fun. I just hope everyone has as much fun as we did.
Me too.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't have any fun trying to have a sword battle over a microphone at all, as you can tell.
Yeah. We had a lot of bloopers, but that studio is such a gift from the Lord. And thank you, Mom and Dad and Rick Edmonston.
Thank you, Rick.
for allowing us to use that studio. So, Mom, before we get a little bit further on this, would you please pray over our live stream and over our whole thing this evening before we get too much further into our show tonight?
Yes, I'd love to. Well, Father, we come before you tonight. We're so grateful for this whole project, that you have been right smack dab in the middle of the center of everything. And we are asking you, Lord, to just let the glory of who you are be shown through everything that the girls have written and everything that everyone has put together to bring you the glory that we want to, Lord. And we just love you so much. And we ask for your help over the technical things. And we're just grateful. And we give you all the praise. And we ask this in the name of Jesus. Amen.
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 So awesome. He has been front, right, and center, left, above, below, just like St. Patrick used to pray. God be above me, behind me, below me, to my right, to my left, ahead. And that is really, gosh, he keeps on showing that every time. So we've got quite a few people watching. Thank you guys for tuning in. You can throw any questions you have in the chat. For those of you who've started the show, let us know. If you haven't yet, you can stream it. It is out now everywhere.
Everywhere.
Everywhere. Everywhere. And one day it might be on Netflix. Who knows? But
Well, it is on like the audio drama of Netflix.
Dramify.
It's like Dramify.
Dramify.
Yeah.
Dramify. They've got all the episodes up, and we're probably going to do a really fun deal where they have some little exclusive tidbits. We'll probably be able to get it at Dramify first. So head to audio-epic.com if you want to sign up on the newsletter, read up about the story, see pictures of the cast. Also head to any of our social medias, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, TikTok, and find a bunch of fun things that we're posting up there. So real quick, before we kind of get into, we're going to bring on some guests, some cast members here in just a minute. But I wanted to ask Cheyenne a question.
Yes.
As the author, a co-author here. Chey, there have been so many ups and downs in this crazy adventure that we've had together for 14 years, from starting with the film and then writing the book and then the Kickstarter. You know, I know that you want everyone to just enjoy the show, but after having listened to the studio recording, everything, who is your favorite? Who do you think like really captured a character for you?
I love them all. I love them all. This is like inside information, but little Daffod was added after, like not an afterthought, but he was later written in. And I think the kids captured that spirit so good that that's my favorite. But you all did amazing. Rhona,
That's cool.
yeah, Robin,
I'm a little hurt, but
yeah.
yeah. Your favorite character is you, right, Sid?
Yeah.
No.
Oh yeah. Just I love it. Just own up. I mean, my favorite character is the guys that I play, so it's all good.
Well, that one was probably that one comes to the top because it was kind of a surprise for me that it would be as prominent in my mind, and yeah, just like a happy, like, oh wow, that is so awesome.
It really did work.
We nailed it, or they nailed it.
They did nail it.
They did nail it.
It was awesome.
Yeah. And for everybody wondering, the first 5 episodes are out right now. And then you will be getting weekly episodes every week on Wednesdays. You can then download it, save it, and listen to it at your leisure. We have over 100 downloads already, guys. This is awesome for our launch day. And that is just really exciting. Thank you guys for doing that. Rate the show on Spotify if you get a chance. All right, let's see.
Anywhere you can leave a comment or rate on any of the platforms, please do so. If it's going to be super negative, then you just keep that to yourself.
Yeah, do what your mama told you to do. Just kidding. Now, we don't mind negativity because it's God's
bring
show.
it on.
It's not ours.
That's right. Come on, bring it on.
We can handle it. All right, we got a question from Porchlight Family Media. I'm going to bring it up here. It says, how difficult was it for you to adapt the story from one medium to another? And what did that process look like?
Nice. That's a loaded question.
14 years.
Yeah. I just have 2 cents on that. Our final, like when we finished the novel and we were about ready to hand it over to an editor, we read it out loud to each other. And that was like step 1. So that's my 2 cents on that. That was like the beginning of that process of hearing it. And it was so much fun. We read it over the phone. We read it in person. And it was fun.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I think, that was a big telltale sign was that, hey, you know what? Actually, the way we wrote this sounds better as a script. Again, similar. That's and really there was not a lot of adapting because we realized, hey, this is just going to work. All right. So let's see. What do we got on our schedule here? I don't want us to... All right. We're waiting for Lauren Harding to join us. Lauren Harding plays the character of Vera, and we haven't met her yet in these first 5 episodes, but I definitely wanted to bring her on because she is with an incredible duo out of Nashville called Crimson Calamity. Mallory and Lauren are just like soul sisters.
They're super
Lauren
cool.
read the book when it was a book. She's here. All right, I sent you a link, Lauren. Go ahead onto Lauren Harding, your email. Oh, there's Corey. Hey, Corey.
What's up, Corey?
And go ahead and hop on that link for me, girl, and we'll get you in the chat. Okay, so where was I? Crimson Calamity, Nashville, incredible voices, read the book, loved it. Voice actors themselves, they got to do some studio time.
They have an awesome studio at RCA Studios on Music Row in Nashville, which is super sick. We were boondocking there during the pandemic. The city streets were emptied out, so we with our RV went and boondocked in RCA for a little while and got to hang out with those gals and do some recording with them. And they are Nashville hustlers for sure. It's awesome.
Yeah. And Vera is one of our villains, which you will be meeting soon in the show. And so we wanted to bring her on and talk to her about the challenges that she met with that, because she had a very interesting task. So whenever we get her up here, we will have her on. Till then, let's do our villains teaser. Because Lauren, I'm going to bring you on right after this. You guys have not heard. This is so fun. Here we go. Let's.
Who are you? Who sent you? Have you come to spy on me?
No, we are, not spies. We're just peaceful researchers. Not all of us, but...
Flint stammered back.
I'm, Flint Thatcher, and this here is my sister Rhona. Thatcher, ma'am.
She lifted her chin and narrowed her eyes so that their mysterious color flared from the slits in her eyelids.
Show proper respect for my degree, knave. I am your superior, a priestess. I am Zorial of the Eastern Lands. I speak the will of the goddess, Laotha.
Rhaegar's coolness was syrupy, and he made Rhona even more claustrophobic.
Taunting me with lies, are you? That befits a man of your status.
The prisoner responded. Rhaegar leaned into the lunatic's cell.
Quiet, or you won't get your table scraps, you Christian dog.
What is worst of all, my queen? The priest has returned.
Zorial's demeanor changed from arrogant monarch to hunted thing.
Villains. All right, let's add to the show Lauren. Hey, girl.
Hi.
What's up?
Thank you for having me. Sorry about that. I had to switch from Safari over to Chrome, so it took me a second.
Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. Lauren, thank you so much for joining us this evening. And man, we just loved your performance. So we don't want to give too much of your character away, which is why I couldn't really highlight what you did. But basically, you had to do Welsh accent with a lisp and also a speech impediment.
Yeah. I think we ended up going with standard RP because I was like, I can't do Welsh and all of those things.
Exactly.
But yeah, it was a challenge for sure. But it was so fun, and it was I really love her character, and I'm excited to see even where she goes beyond this first book or first part of the story. And yeah.
Nice.
That's sick.
Awesome.
Yeah, I'm excited to see that too. Yeah, it's been super great being able to work on the editing side with so much great voice talent. It's made my job maybe not easier, but definitely more enjoyable. Hey, do we have Caballero from the Philippines here?
He's not here tonight because it's 16 hours ahead, I think, or something crazy, but he has heard the show. Yeah, Casey Caballero, our sound designer and vocal editor. Oh, man, he has been awesome. But you know what? I'm going to turn the floor over to Cheyenne. She's got some questions for you, Lauren. So go ahead, Cheyenne. Take it away.
Hey, Lauren. Thank you.
Hi.
For playing Vera so well.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for writing such an amazing story. And I am excited to meet you because virtually, because I've heard so much about you. And yeah.
This is a thrill for me. It's great. I did have a question for you.
Sure.
When you were playing Vera, was there anything that specifically connected you to your character?
Ooh. I think the thing that I tried to channel with her the most was just, I don't know. I don't know that she and I have much in common, but I feel like I was really able to, I remember being in the studio, and especially in the first chunk of the story that I did, I was like taxing emotionally. I was like, oh my gosh, this is like, I felt like I was like my adrenaline or something was just so high.
Yeah.
Because she's just in this constant state of fear, and I don't want to say too much, but but yeah, I think that was probably the thing like that I really used was like just channeling her, like her fear and her confusion really, and yeah, I don't know how much. I don't want to say too much.
Not to reveal it, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm in the same boat.
Okay, so my second question, and this is the toughest. Is there anything on the Welsh map that you can pronounce?
Oh, okay. I wish. Okay, my friend is Welsh, and she's from that town that's like the longest word, whatever it is. I wish I could. She's like said it for me before, and I wish I could just bust that out for you right now, but maybe, I don't know. Not off the top of my head.
No, it's tough. It's tough. Well, that's awesome. And then if you could say anything to the listeners about your experience with the story, would you like to leave them with anything?
Yeah, I mean, it is just such a beautiful story. It pulls you in. All of the characters are so wonderful. Their arcs are super interesting, and if you're into Arthurian legend and time travel and all of that fun nerdy stuff like I am, then you're not going to want to miss an episode, because it's so great. Yeah, and I'm excited for more. I read an early manuscript of it, I guess.
Yeah,
and I was like ready for more at that point, so I'm excited for the story to keep going. Yeah.
Great. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Lauren. We're gonna send you off. We cannot wait. Lauren makes her debut as Vera in episode 15, I think. So we're a few weeks away, but not too far. We're going to be dropping more little teasers like that for you guys to meet our villains. And I love your performance, Lauren. It was beautiful. And
again, her and Mallory also wrote an original piece for, this is all original score that is on this audio drama that we've all been contributing to. And Lauren and Mallory wrote a beautiful piece, lyrically and musically, that we'll be excited to put as the bed of music under Vera's as her theme. And then also, towards the end of the episodes, we'll have fully produced versions of that music as well. And if you want to check out her musical project, you can find them anywhere at Crimson Calamity. Yeah. And if you're into the stuff that Callie and I have produced in the past, like the folk rock murder ballad, kind of Western
Americana
kind of vibe, you guys will dig Crimson Calamity. So I hope you check them out.
I love listening
Thank
to you.
you.
Thank
you. Oh my gosh.
The music is fantastic. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Appreciate that.
Vera's theme will be coming in. It will also be the closer of season 1. So because Vera
I'm
is
so
in
excited for
season
the
2.
soundtrack.
Yeah, soundtrack is going to be awesome.
Yeah.
All right, Lauren, thank you so much. Stay courageous, girl.
You're amazing. Thank you.
You. Thank you.
Nice to see you.
You too. Thank you. Nice to meet you guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, we got some questions we're going to get to. We're going to bring Corey Keller in, who plays co-lead Flint Thatcher. All right, we got a question here from Kitty Riley. It says, were the voices recorded individually, or were there times when more than one character is working at the same time? Sid, take it away, man.
Yeah, we definitely, a lot of them were individual, just depending on schedules, but we did have a number of times when we had 2 or 3 people in the same room, and that's so much fun. So much fun to do it that way. And I think we would all prefer to be able to get the whole cast together and do the whole thing in one flow. Hopefully we'll be able to do that going forward, so that we can, because there's so much energy in that, and the way that you can just, you feel it whenever you hear it. So I think you're going to enjoy the parts where we did have multiples.
Exactly. Yeah, it was really I want to credit Corey and Robin and many of our folks who did remote recording, because it's been a challenge to match and fit everybody together from different spaces, and everyone took a lot of care to make sure that they were getting clean recordings so that we could place them in scenes. But yeah, no, Casey Caballero and Jet have definitely spent a lot of hours getting you guys to sound like you're in the same atmosphere.
Yeah, and a lot of that has to, my favorite to edit was when people were in, and I think for both of us, because Callie does the first round of voice edits, is obviously when people are in the same room, it's awesome, but it's also super magical to hear how well some of the cast grasped their characters.
Yep.
And how you put these two people who have never met each other, and weren't in the same room, and you put their dialogue together, and you're like, that was perfect.
It was
that
like
was their exact react. That's how, and then you just put the timing in there. But I mean, the reaction and the feel was there, and that's a big. I mean, that's nothing that we could do. That's all on the voice actors.
That is all.
That's in the first 5 episodes of hearing that happen. You're like, whoa, that's so cool.
Well, I know, like, we come in later, but Robin and I had a really good session together for some pieces, and then with a couple others too.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it was fun. It was really fun to get together. Thank you, Kitty, for that great question. Sarah says, can you talk about the casting process you did to find the voice actors? Well, you know what? That was a God thing, 120 million %. We already knew. So Sid here, he played Priest Michael when we did the trailer. So it was obvious he was coming back. Mom played Karen. It was obvious she was coming back. Cheyenne did not want to play Zorial again. So Cheyenne didn't reprise her role, but she played a bunch of other actors. And then I did not want to reprise my role either. So we started praying about it, and I was going through my contacts list and realized, like, oh, Robin does voice acting. And then Corey, who we're about to bring on here in just a second, this is a great segue for Corey here, is I had seen on his Facebook how he had been doing some different, like, voiceover stuff for video games, and he was online a lot. And I don't know, like, he you know how sometimes on Facebook you can see a lot of your friends, and then one day somebody random pops up and you're like, oh yeah, like, I forgot we were kind of friends, we haven't seen each other's stuff. And that is what happened when I was trying to cast Flint. Corey popped up, and I just said, you know what, it's a God thing. So without further ado, let us bring in Corey Keller, everybody.
Hello.
Oh, man.
Hey,
What an
Flint
introduction.
Thatcher. Yes, it was awesome. Corey, welcome. Man, we got to hear just a little bit of you with the villains, and then, of course, episodes 2 through 5 that we have going on. I mean,
Yeah.
you just captured Flint.
And so before we get into it too, just a further introduction. So Corey and I actually grew up skateboarding together.
Yeah.
Yes.
It was such a trip. And
Such a long time ago.
Yes, such a long time ago. And I think I got into my first mosh pit with you and your brothers.
Probably.
And listening to like hardcore and punk rock music and skateboarding. And we used to have a blast. Then you moved away super early, and then we all split off. You were a professional musician for years and years, and I kind of kept tabs as best I could. And then we went off playing music in a totally different direction in different parts of the world. And it's so crazy that this kind of came full circle.
Yeah, right back.
And Callie got connected with you, and it's pretty amazing. So it's really cool to be working on something.
Yeah, I know.
After so long ago, man, it feels like it's been
can't get rid of me. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, and you have your own studio, so that kind of goes back to, how we worked with different actors. You had your own studio and setup, and doing a project of this size was fairly new to you, but you rose to the challenge, and we got to do a really small kind of directorial session with you and Robin and Matt Burke and a couple of other people on talking about the scenes and where we wanted to go. And then because the project is so vast, it didn't allow for time to be together in like a Zoom conversation for directing. And so you, Corey, had to just kind of read the script, the book essentially, and roll off what you felt. And so much of your instinct was just like spot on. I had asked everybody to do like 2 or 3 different takes of what they felt like the line was saying. And I loved it. It always worked out. But Cheyenne, you've got some questions for Corey, so I'll let you go.
Bring them on.
Well, first of all, a heartfelt thank you for playing Flint so well.
Absolutely.
Flint kind of carries this story, and you were definitely up to it. Thank you.
You are very welcome. It was definitely my favorite character to play so far, so it was a blast.
Good. So what is it about Flint is there anything about Flint that helped you just really get into it?
It's funny because like I saw a lot of myself actually in this character. So really early on, Kelly and I remember talking about the character. It was just like there's just a lot of similarities, between Flint and myself as far as like kind of just questioning things and really trying to find yourself and being super nerdy, so that I kind of just saw myself in Flint while I was kind of reading about the character and was like, just kind of put myself in his shoes because I'm like, I've walked these shoes. I kind of understand a lot of what he's going on internally. And so that just really helped me to really get into character. And I just felt like it was just super easy at that point.
Oh, that's fantastic. And it shows. And Flint and I, that character, he got a lot of rewrites, and he probably made me pause the most in the writing process. I don't know about you, Callie, but like I won't say I stumbled over him, but I really had to be very careful in thinking about how he was portrayed. And it's a blessing to watch somebody or hear somebody bring that to life the way you did.
Well, I'm very honored. Thank you.
Yeah. And so my other question is there anything on the Welsh map that you can pronounce?
100% no.
It's pretty funny. We couldn't pronounce any of this stuff when we started either.
I mean, it's a beautiful language to listen to. Like, I had never really given much a thought of Welsh culture and everything until this project. And so I went and listened to a bunch of different, dialects and stuff. So I can kind of get an understanding of, as I'm reading my lines, interpreting how the other character would be saying them back to me, since obviously I did all my recording remote. So there was no back and forth dialogue. I had to kind of interpret what was being said, but I would picture it kind of in those Welsh accents. And it is beautiful, but it is very hard to understand and speak.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you so much, Corey.
Absolutely. And thank you all so much for letting me be a part of this. It was quite an amazing journey.
Oh, you were handpicked by someone to be part of it. And
someone who picks everything.
Yeah.
He did a fine job, and he knew it. So.
It's so fun to be able to hear Corey as Flint and Robin as Rhona and Priest Michael. Oh, Sid is Priest Michael. I mean, Priest Michael as Priest Michael. And, putting all these voices together has felt a lot like composing a song, and the cadence of y'all's voice and the concerns and the different things. And, Flint and Rhona both start off in a place in the show where you're not really sure if you like them that much. Like, they've got some real crap going on. We really drop you right into the middle of those two dealing with a lot. Sibling tension, internal frustration, life stuff. And I know you can't give too much away, Corey, because we've just started with the show. But, what do you think was season 1? We'll narrow it to that. What was kind of the hardest part of the hardest scene to portray in season 1, do you think? Do you remember? It's been a couple years of production, but
I mean, it's funny because like season 2 stands out to me a lot more than season 1. Honestly, like my favorite parts of the scenes doing in season 1 was just Rhona and I just arguing with each other all the time. Like, that's definitely a thing that stood out to me. Obviously, we don't want to give a lot away, but in season 1, there's a lot of witty back and forth, and you'll see a lot of that sibling, stuff. You'll be listening and be like, yeah, I can kind of see some of my siblings being that way too. But I would say that was probably the thing that stood out to me the most, was just the back and forth between Rhona and I with the arguing. And it got pretty intense and fun.
It did. That's based on a lot of real life with my brother and I and Cheyenne and I, and we just tried to pour as many of our arguments those. So has Sid and Jet. So that's a fun one, and you guys can check it out. Episodes 1 through 5 are out. Lots of that sibling arguments and tension and banter is in those first 5 episodes. And Corey also he does a lot of other projects. He has a great podcast called Two Poets, and I hope you guys check that out on Spotify. They just go into like real deep dive of artists' life struggles, the beauty, the victory. Really enjoy your show, man, and thank you so much for being a part of 1232 and playing main character Flint.
Well, and also just a side note, thank you for always being a source of encouragement for me as a musician, because in our little tiny mountain town that we both grew up in, there wasn't a lot of people paving the way,
That's true.
And we had a pretty small sphere that we grew up in, and thankfully, our little skate park was like this hub of creativity, and you were a big inspiration and source of encouragement for me to go out and make it happen. So I appreciate
that, man. You're doing a great job.
Yeah, dude.
All right, thanks, Corey. We're going to let you go, and everyone make sure you check out Corey Keller, Flint Thatcher, and 1232, the audio epic, out now.
Yes.
Thanks, Corey.
Thanks, y'all.
See you, brother.
Bye.
Blessing.
Oh, man, he is awesome. We love Corey. Thank you, Corey. All right, we're going to get to some questions real quick. All right, everybody doing good in the comments? Okay, here's one here. Deanna, what ages of kids would you say this is appropriate for? Any concerns or cautions? Who wants to take that one?
Mom.
I resident authority on such things.
This is the censorship board.
Yeah.
Well, that's a good question, because there are some pretty intense parts in this. And I think that if you allow your younger ones to listen, it would be good to listen with them and talk to them about it a little bit, because it's real life things. And what Rhona and Flint deal with and the whole base of the story will probably come up in their life at one time or another. And so, to be able to talk to the younger children and about the Lord and about how people react a certain way. I mean, there's some anger in there, and there's some expletives that don't quite finish. I don't know how to explain it, and I think that, that's
Mom throwing us under the bus.
Well,
I mean, it's very realistic emotionally and relationally. It's got a lot of realism to it, and because of that, I think you're right. I think that I would say if a kid's under 8, you probably want to listen to it before you let them listen to it.
Yeah,
But
just so you know.
Just so you know what's going on, so you can couch that, and then listen to it together with them up to 14, and then after that, I think they can handle it myself. But
yeah,
I don't have my own kids, so I can't.
Yes.
I just had to help with these guys.
That's right. You helped a lot with a lot of them.
I would say, we definitely kept out cuss words, like Mom said. We cut those off. Maybe they're kind of more felt than they are said. There is fighting scenes and death, but nothing beyond what you would see in a PG action adventure film from the 90s or early O's. It's a lot of that kind of nostalgic feel. We wanted to create a show where the whole family, grandparents, aunts, uncles, kids, parents, everyone could sit down or drive to or listen together without being like, oh, turn it off. Oh no.
There's
of course,
nothing like that. You're not gonna have any oh no's.
Right. Yeah, there's no oh no's.
No oh no's.
No
Definitely.
no.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to go one more question, and then this is going to segue great into bringing on Robin Cage, who plays Rhona Thatcher. All right, next question. Porchlight Family Media, JD. Will there be a full soundtrack for the project available at some point? Jeff?
I was composing right up until like 3 minutes before we started this. I'm writing constantly. I have a really cool workflow now. As I'm doing the final edits, I have multiple instruments and keyboards within arm's reach, as well as multiple microphones. And so I'm kind of composing a lot on the fly as the soundtrack requires. So far, there's about 7 songs that are becoming staples.
Themes, mainly.
Staple themes. And we will be producing and releasing those as a soundtrack. I have no idea at this point how long those songs will be. I have no idea what format they will be in. But we will be releasing the music. One of the main themes that we'll be releasing sooner rather than later on all streaming platforms is Static Line, which is a song that Callie and I wrote in Ireland a few years back. And it's very much about the struggle between various relationships, but especially brother and sister.
Yeah, communication.
And communication.
So
really.
it's the perfect theme for Flint and Rhona.
Yeah, and so we had the opportunity of recording Callie's voice along with a bagpiper from Ireland and a flautist from Germany, and I did all the guitar parts, and a friend of mine in Utah did the drums, who's also doing the mastering on all of these episodes, 9 Moon Mastering, and a vocalist that we met playing on the streets in Galway, Ireland, James Dillon. And he's going to be on vocals as well. So we are going to be releasing that song very soon.
Yeah.
And that has not only rock elements, but a little bit of pop and a little bit of orchestral as well. And we've kind of used that song as a base for a lot of different parts throughout the season. So we will be releasing that one sooner rather than later, and the rest of the music to be determined.
Hey, Jed, I'm just impressed that you used the term flautist.
Yeah, thank you.
And speaking of awesome musicians and original music, we had Zach Bryant with 9 Moon Mastering, another Callie named Callie Crofts, and Robin Cage, who we've known Robin for a long time now, submit which they already had this song written and released, but it just, when we cast Robin as Rhona, which she was the first person to be cast, she just fit everything that we wanted for Rhona to express, and she kind of looks a lot like her too, so it worked out perfect. And she had this song called Warrior, and it was the perfect theme,
and it's already
Rhona.
out.
And it's already out. You can go listen to it on Spotify. Warrior, Robin Cage. But we took it, we added some more, like the flautist and some strings and a couple of other things to make it more Celtic.
We are doing what I'm calling a medieval mix
yeah.
of her song, which is like still using some synths and stuff, but adding more and more organic instruments and like head drums instead of a drum kit and things like that. And that song is a super intelligent song.
Yeah.
Been a lot of fun to work with.
Yeah, so let us bring on Robin Cage, who plays Rhona Thatcher, the other co-lead in the show, 1232. Robin Cage, everybody!
Yay! Congratulations, you guys!
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I've been on for such a short amount of the time that you've actually been working on this project, but it's been a few years even for me now.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's so satisfying to see it launched into the world.
Yeah.
So yay to you guys. Congratulations.
Thank you. Yes. Robin, we've been friends for a long time. We've done other music collaborations. And I remember we talked about voiceover work and like acting and commercial stuff years ago. And you were like, yeah, I do that. I was like, cool. And whenever we were looking at who to do Rhona, once again, like without even thinking it over it too hard. Like, you just immediately popped into mind. And once again, I think that's a God thing, because you and Corey really did a great job of kind of capturing that sibling tension, even though you weren't even in the same room. Even though you weren't in the same room to do it. But yeah, I just think it was so fun to have you guys together. So Rhona and Robin came on board very quickly. Then you got to come, you did season 1 remote, but then you got to come down and do season 2 with us.
Yeah.
And that was awesome. So Cheyenne's going to go ahead and ask you some questions. I'll turn it over to her.
Yeah.
Hey, Robin.
Hey, Cheyenne. How's it going?
See you.
Good to see you.
All right, so you're Rhona, and what can you tell me about Rhona? What did you learn about this character?
Well, it's funny because, like, you know, at first glance, I was like, oh, I can kind of see why I came to mind for this character. Because, you know, Rhona and I are both feisty redheads, kind of on the shorter side, and she's like, I feel like I'm like a metaphorical warrior fighter type, right? Like, I do my MMA workouts, whereas like she's an actual like legit fighter.
Yeah.
So I think Rhona and I are very different in that, like, she grew up under much harder circumstances. You know what I mean? Like, there were a lot of things from like very young, like in early on in childhood that were sort of forces working against her, or maybe seemingly, you know. Right. So she had a lot more to contend with growing up, and kind of fell in with some bad circles and made some bad choices and had some bad influences. Yeah. And it's like easy to see how things could have gone differently for me as well. And I can imagine having to be a real fighter like Rhona, you know, if I'd grown up under different circumstances.
Yeah.
So it was fun getting to know her, and she really evolves as a character, you know, like, I mean, it's almost night and day. And like, I haven't experienced her full journey yet, because I've read like Act 1 and 2. I don't, what do you call it? Book 1 and 2. Anyway, so I mean, I know how Rhona's journey begins. And of course now I'm dying to know more.
Yeah.
But she really embraces change, you know, and it was exciting to get to portray a character that had so many different facets and colors, and got to be a different person, like with Priest Michael than she was with her brother Flint, you know. It's like completely different characters there, but you know, still grounded, like in that same person. So yeah, I don't want to give away too much, but it was a really fun challenge, and bless you all for trusting me with this character. I'd done a lot of voice acting, but it was almost entirely like commercial and narration. I hadn't actually done something like this. This was totally new territory for me, and it was really, really fun. And I do have to say that Sid, my favorite part of the entire recording process was when I got to work with you in the same room. That was awesome.
Yeah. That's great. I know you as a person, you have a lot of depth. I've listened to your music, and you brought that kind of soul to the character, so that there wasn't any, like, if a person is listening to it, they're gonna hear that, and they won't be like, oh, I've got this character figured out, who's the next person. Like, no, you brought that beautiful dimension to that character through your voice, and it surprises me still when I listen. I'm like, oh, it just because you got it. And so I just want to thank you for that. Thank you for bringing all that energy and all that. And you are selected for this probably even before we wrote it, huh, Callie?
Yeah, it's oddly enough. I mean, you brought so many. You followed direction well, of course, but then you brought so many different nuances to Rhona that I just was like, oh no, there she is. There it is. And it was lovely. And I also think, there's so much physicality to the role that you really had to get into. Rhona gets beat up. She is not your classic heroine at all. She is a strong female type, but she gets beat down before she blossoms.
I just remembered being in the studio and having you make me like do push-ups and stuff. Be like, drop to the floor and give me 20. All right, now do the line.
I'm doing a fight scene with your voice right now, and it's there's some good stuff.
Yeah,
it's fun. It's fun.
I mean, there were times when I was in a vocal booth all by myself, just throwing punches.
Yeah.
You're an amazing audio fighter.
Yeah.
Audio stunts.
Audio stunts, yeah.
Yes, there you go. Audio stunt
Audio
woman.
stunts, that's it.
Okay, so I've got this question for you. Can you pronounce anything on the Welsh map?
I know Cardiff.
There you go.
That's the only one. That's the only one. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much.
Yes.
From my heart. Thank you,
Well,
Robin.
thank you. Thank you. And congratulations to you guys. And I'll be watching from the sidelines and excited to see where it goes.
Yes. Awesome. Thank you, Robin, who plays Rhona Thatcher. She's definitely featured right here in the first 5 episodes. It's live now for streaming. She's in season 1 and 2. And yes, both seasons end on a cliffhanger. We all want to know what happens to Rhona next. So thank you, Robin. We're going to let you go. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Bye, Robin. All right, guys, we're going to take a short break, hear from somebody that most definitely keeps you up to date on the best audio dramas there are out there, and take it away, AT.
Are you a fan of Adventures in Odyssey, Lamplighter Theater, or Jonathan Park? Want to join other fans for discussions or behind-the-scenes info about these shows? Or maybe you're looking for more great audio drama to listen to with your family. Do you enjoy hearing exclusive interviews with the cast and crew of your favorite shows? Then Audio Theater Central is the podcast for you. I'm JD Sutter. Since 2010, Audio Theater Central has been exploring the family-friendly audio drama world through news, reviews, and interviews. Join me and a rotating cast of co-hosts each month for another episode featuring the latest updates, in-depth reviews of new releases, and conversations with the actors, writers, directors, sound designers, and composers who create your favorite audio dramas. And maybe we'll introduce you to some great shows you've never heard of before. Find us at audiotheatercentral.com or in your favorite podcast app. That's audiotheatercentral.com.
Nice. Jet, what happened to you? Just kidding.
What? Jet, you changed, bro.
Oh man. Thank you, JD Sutter, Porchlight Family Media, and ATC. You guys have been an incredible connect. You've promoted and talked about the show. I just love all the wonderful people I've met in the audio drama world. So thank you guys. We're going to get to some Welsh trivia next because we've got some giveaways to do. If we still got people watching, thank you guys for hanging out for our live stream. Let's see. I'm going to pop up some questions here. Do you get free candy if you can pronounce something in Welsh, Cheyenne?
Me?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Or we don't know if we're giving out free candy. Probably should.
I can pronounce something in Welsh.
Yeah, go for it.
Brecon.
Brecon. I was wondering. Nobody brought that up, and I was like, who's gonna just say Brecon? Where the show is set. Bethany Baldwin also asked, what year was the main recording completed by actors? The majority was done in 2022. We did a lot before the Kickstarter, and then we finished it after. But then we've still done lots of pickup lines into 2023. And I'm sure we'll probably do more, especially for season 2. But season 1 was completed in 2022, so it's been a year. All right, let's see here. So yes, Sarah asks, so yeah, what are the plans for season 2? So ladies and gentlemen, we do have season 2 planned, but at this point in time, we're focusing on season 1, which is 30 episodes. So that is going to provide you with 6 months of audio drama, of 1232 of story with audio epic. Jet's back. And, but we do have season 2. We will hopefully start production with that at some point. But if you want to know what happens with season 2, we highly encourage you to go to audio-epic.com, sign up on our newsletter. Also, what keeps this show going is not only the incredible prayer and the hard work and funds that we've all put into it individually, but also from our sponsors and our Kickstarter supporters. So this show is entirely listener funded. We ran an incredible Kickstarter in 2022, and so we want to thank our Kickstarter backers for bringing us here to this day, because it was you guys, and also our sponsors for the show, which include some incredible folks that we will get to later after we play some Welsh trivia. So Sid, Priest Michael.
I have something for Sarah.
Just
a second.
Oh, nice. Sarah, hold on. Cheyenne's going to get you something here. And there is a season 3 and 4, but we'll have to see. You guys got to love it and share it.
What's for season 3 and 4?
Yeah. Chet says what?
Wait, what?
So, Sarah, have a look at, yes, we do have plans for season 2. This is the manuscript.
So there it is.
Right there. Should we measure? It's pretty thick.
It's pretty thick.
Ouch.
Ouch. Yeah, exactly. Okay, one more question. Very important question for burger lovers like me. Ooh, I love a good burger. Is Hall of Flame in Ruidoso a good spot? Yes.
Yeah.
Green chili cheeseburger.
There's several really good green chili.
They really are. Burgers are definitely king in Ruidoso.
Yeah. Hall of Flame is awesome in Ruidoso. If you make it out to Capitan, you've got to go to Oso Grill. Those
won something.
They won
Anaheim Jacks. Those are all
Anaheim Jacks. There's some good ones. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, guys, let's get our Welsh trivia on. So grab a pen and paper. Jet, can you show us what we are giving away? So if you get at least, how many questions do we have? 8, 10?
Yeah, we have 8. Yep.
8 questions. If you get at least 5 questions right, you will be getting a Rumble Stump t-shirt. That's our entertainment company, Rumble Stump Entertainment.
Handmade.
I'm going to get them all right.
Right. Yeah. Now you get candy. That's right, Bethany. We will send some candy in there if you can get these Welsh things
Here
right.
we go.
So what we're going to do is Sid's going to ask. Yeah, I can show that one too. We don't know who we're going to give this one to, but somebody. Say something impressive that you listened to all 5 episodes already.
Never drop your sword.
Yeah. What we're going to do is Sid's going to ask the question. We're going to give everybody about 30 to 40 seconds to answer. And then write down your answer. This will be a, I don't know, we'll trust you. You all seem like trustworthy people in the chat. And then whenever, no Googling, no Googling.
1232, not 2032.
That's right. And we will go ahead and ask all the questions, give you a few seconds to answer. Then at the end, we'll reveal the questions. You tell me in the chat how many you got right. And then I will private message you and get your address for the winner. Okay, Sid, take it away.
Right. Okay, here we go. So the first question would be, what creature is on the Welsh flag? What creature is on the Welsh flag? And you're the timer, Cal.
Am I in this game?
No, you don't. No, you don't get
in the game.
You can't play the game.
No.
I mean, you can write down your answers and we can check them later, but.
Yeah. All right, we got
time to play the game.
Right.
Yeah. Been to
we can
Wales.
only answer in Welsh.
Yeah, and you have Welsh family. You can't even be involved.
Can't even.
Nice. And it is the legit Welsh flag.
Yes,
All right.
legit Welsh flag. What is the creature on that flag?
Okay, next question.
Okay, next question would be, who is the patron saint of Wales?
Ooh. Patron saint.
Yes, this patron saint's day is on the 1st of March. Who is the patron saint of Wales?
Nice. Patron saint of Wales. A few more seconds. Write down your
Am I in
answers.
the game?
No, you're not in the game. You paid the shirts. You don't have to be in the game. All right. Okay, time is up. Pencils down. Okay, next question.
Okay, next question is, what country in South America has a large Welsh population?
Oh.
And a little history behind that is that they settled in this area in 1865 to help spread the culture and the language. What country in South America has a large Welsh population?
Peru.
What are you saying things? You don't.
You can't play.
That's not the answer, though.
Yeah.
Am I in the game?
You mind game? You're on TV.
All right, and time's up. Make sure you wrote down your answers, and we're gonna go on to the next question. Welsh Trivia.
Oh, this will be a fun one, and it shouldn't be a hard one either. Which actor from Port Talbot? By the way, that's a Welsh name. Port
And you
Talbot.
pronounced it well, so you get candy.
Yes, thank you. I get candy. Won an Oscar for his portrayal of serial killer Hannibal Lecter in Silence of the Lambs. If that's not a gimme,
Yeah,
then what
that's
is? Which actor from Port Talbot won an Oscar for his portrayal of serial killer Hannibal Lecter in Silence of the Lambs? Definitely a classic film. Yeah.
yeah. All right, time is up. Okay. All right. Next question.
Next question. Which yellow flower that blooms in the spring is closely associated with Wales? Which yellow flower that blooms in spring is closely associated with Wales?
You don't know that
No,
one.
no,
I don't know that one. I'm not in the game. It doesn't matter.
No. Okay.
Good job, Mom.
I don't know that one.
Okay, time is up. All right, next question.
Hang
Wow.
on, I'm gonna get my
Another one?
Yeah.
We have 8 of these.
Yes, 8. So number I keep saying numbers because I've got them numbered here. Which legendary British king is closely associated with Wales, with some suggesting that he held his court at Caerleon or Caerleon? Caerleon? How do you say
There
it?
you go.
Caerleon. Sorry, I was thinking French for a second. Bad
I know,
move.
yeah.
Bad move on a Welsh story.
You no candy. No candy.
Which legendary British king is closely associated with Wales, with some suggesting he held his court at Caerleon?
That's why you're playing the Scottish priest, not the
That's
Welsh.
right. I'm a Scotsman. I don't know how to pronounce Welsh names.
All right, time is up. How many questions do we have left?
We have 2 questions left.
All right, let's go. Here we go, guys. Get 5 and you get a shirt.
Page. All right. What is the name of the river that flows through Cardiff? And I know I got that right.
You did. Yeah.
What is the name of the river that flows through Cardiff?
Nice.
Oh, you want to play? Jet wants to play so
Jet
bad.
wants to play so bad.
Why aren't you writing your answers down? I mean, come on.
Come on, Jet.
All right, we're
Yeah, we're
moving on.
good. Yep. All right, last
Moving
question.
on. Last question. Should I do a bonus question?
Nah. Ooh.
No, okay, we don't need a
Yeah,
bonus
we're
question.
good. No, we don't know. Nah.
Wales has more what per square mile than any other place in the world? Ooh.
I know this one.
Yes. and then once that's answered, I wonder if anybody can tell me why. Wales has more what per square mile than any other place in the world?
This is the coolest question, by the way.
It really is cool because
Yeah.
once you figure, and if you get it or don't get it, you should go back and look at why and look at a
And
little
then
bit of
you
that
should
history.
book your tickets.
Yes, and then book your
Yeah,
tickets.
and then book your tickets.
Yeah.
All right, time is up on that one. Okay, folks, you've got your answers written down, I hope. So we're going to go with question 1. Sid, go ahead and let the answers.
I'm giving answers. Oh.
You are, yeah, you can give answers. Read
That's
the question and then the answer. We're going to do a lot of reading here.
Yes. It's a good thing that I got an education. All right. What creature is on the Welsh flag? Is a dragon.
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 And a fun little
Big
tidbit.
toothy thing with great
Yeah.
toothies. Swallows people. Oh, yeah.
The fun thing about the red dragon with Wales is the reason why there's a red dragon is because whilst the answer to like question 4 or 5 was king, we had a situation where the English were trying to take over Wales and England had a white dragon on their flag. And so Merlin summoned a red dragon from the depths of the Welsh mountains and fought off the white dragon and slayed it.
It wasn't actually the English at that time. I will correct you.
True. Yeah, I know. I just
It was-
wanted to
was
throw
it
a
the
dig at
Normans or
them.
the Saxons? No, it was the Normans. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the Normans. But anyway, so the Welsh
Nobody
dragon
likes the
was
name Norman.
summoned.
Not technically historical fiction.
Right. All right. Who is the patron saint of Wales? Saint David
Oh.
or David.
David. That's right.
Well,
That's fun.
that was the
Okay.
patron saint. And all right. Sorry, I'm having several pages here I have to look on. What country in South America has the largest Welsh population? Argentina.
Oh, actually, we got
Ooh.
several downloads from Argentina today.
Very cool. Well done,
Okay.
Argentina. So
All right.
So
maybe
Welsh?
some of the descendants of that Welsh population from 1865, which I think is really cool because that Patagonia, they were settled in the Patagonia area because it was very similar to the Welsh Scottish like Highlands.
Mhm.
I'm assuming. It doesn't say that here, but that's my assumption. I could have left that like I actually knew, but
That's a Sid fact. Yeah, it's the internet. Say
I
whatever
gotta
you
make
want,
sure
man.
that I would have
Yes,
given
yes,
notes. My opinion. All right.
Bethany's 2 for 3.
There we go. Which actor from Port Talbot won the Oscar for his portrayal of Hannibal Lecter in Silence of the Lambs? Sir Anthony Hopkins.
Oh,
Sir Anthony Hopkins.
Yeah. And Catherine
Ooh.
Zeta-Jones is Welsh, funny enough.
Yes, she is. Yes. There are a number of really great actors that were Welsh. And then, of course, you can't go very far without, Tom Jones.
Yeah.
So
Come on.
Yeah.
Tom Jones.
The green
I was a
fields of
master in
home.
his day. A musician. Which yellow flower blooms in the spring is closely associated with Wales? The daffodil.
No.
I wonder if Daffod picked daffodil.
Yeah, of course it is. Yeah.
Of course it is.
Daffodil and the daffodil.
Right? A daffodil. Daffodil.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. Next
Now
one.
we're all like,
Oh. This is one of my favorite questions.
Daffodil, the daffodils.
Yeah.
There's an idea.
Which legendary British king is closely associated with Wales, with some suggesting Elders Court at? Go ahead and say it, Callie. Let's hear you say it.
Carlian.
Carlian. There it is. King Arthur.
There you
Of
go.
a
King
fictional
Arthur.
nature, yet with some historical roots.
Definitely historical. What are you talking about?
Yeah, definitely historical. Yes.
I wrote the book.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Yeah. Oh, you're the one. All right. And then the last two. What is the name of the river that flows through Cardiff? That's the River Taff,
Ah, Taffy me boy.
which coincides with whom
Whoops.
in the story? Whom? There we go. And then the last question. Wales has more what per square mile than any other place in the world? And that is castles.
Castles.
Castles. And why? Because the Normans were trying to conquer Wales for a long time. That's fine. Were trying to conquer Wales for a long, long time, and they ended up having to build castles everywhere they took ground. They had to build a castle because the Welsh would push them out every time if they didn't have a castle. So they had these castles like every few miles. There were castles all over, just to maintain control. Sounds like government offices to me.
Nice.
Yes, I did it. I'm sorry.
No, that was good. Haha. I'm sure we've got lots of laughs.
Lots of rolling eyes. Ugh.
All right, so
a quick trivia for the book, and you guys may not be able to figure this out, but you just have to listen to the story to know the answer. But there is a direct thing in common that New Mexico has with Wales, and it's geological. And so figure it out.
or Lord, listen to the book, listen to the audio drama, listen to the audio epic. And you can listen to the audio epic. It is out now. All first five episodes have dropped. We've got 15 more on top of that, one every week. You can stream on Spotify, YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Amazon, but definitely please stream on Dramify because there's lots of other shows. Speaking of other shows, we got Chris Green in the chat, and he has an awesome drama, that audio drama
Absolutely.
that I have really enjoyed. I wasn't able to pull up too much of it for you guys here. I'm sorry, Chris, I had hoped to. But Shadows and Daylight, it's an original drama. Season 2 is fantastic. He's got seasons 1 and 2 on Dramify that you can listen for free, or you can subscribe and get all the shows. Chris definitely says to start with season 2 because learn some super fun things about his main characters there. So,
cool. Start with season 2.
Yeah, that's kind of fun.
That is cool.
Yeah.
That is cool.
So, all right, guys. So, let's see. We got a lot of 4s. Did anybody get 5 answers right? Who got no answers right? I'll send you a shirt.
What?
Just kidding. I know.
was
We
me.
got a lot of
You're
4s.
such a 90s kid.
I know, right?
I missed all of them.
Who lost? Let's send you a trophy.
Yeah.
That's a 2000s move right there.
Nice. Okay, so we got a lot of 4s. You know what? I've got plenty of shirts in this box. Sarah, Bethany, Lauren. Who else got 4? Kitty. You guys, I'm going to send you guys a message and get your address. JD says he's such a loser. We can get your address to JD and send you guys some shirts. Let's see those shirts again.
Yep. I like this one right here. This one's cool.
Yeah, we had 4.
This
who had
one's a
4s?
little understated. I dig this one.
There's a never drop your sword. That's a main theme
That's
of the
those
show.
who like to carry concealed.
Dad wears that one.
Yes.
Yep. And
Rumble
that
Stomp.
one.
All
sword
the
sometimes.
time. He
That's
loves
our production company. That actually is this label here that we started is responsible for 2 top charting blues records that we've produced.
Yeah. So,
Yes.
Yeah.
nice.
And then let's see. Ooh, I like this one too. That's another understated one.
It's brown.
It's
Yeah.
really understated because I can't really see.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. For the camera, it is. I wear a lot of black though. I don't know why. So
That's
Nice.
good.
All right, drop in the chat which shirt you want if you want the Never Drop Your Sword or Rumble Stump t-shirt. And then I will private message you guys and get your size and address because we want those to go to a good home. Thank you guys for enjoying the show. We're going to thank our sponsors real quick. And if anybody has any final questions, please put those in now because we are going to be wrapping this up so you guys can go to sleep listening to the first 5 episodes. All right. So first of all, we really want to shout out our Kickstarter folks. We had different tiers where you could select being a part of the show, whether that was buying ads or getting other perks and things. And so we want to thank everybody who donated to it. And I hope you're enjoying the show now. You've already had pre-release access. You've heard all the way up to episode 13, hopefully, if you followed through with those links and got those emails. If not, then now you can start listening everywhere. And please share and rate the show. Share and rate the show. Share and rate the show. All right. So
I get the
thank
feeling
you.
you would like people to share and rate the show. Is that?
Well,
an
I
accurate
was
statement?
I was actually
What she
hoping
was
they
trying
would
to say was-
share and
You
rate
want,
the
them
show.
to, you want to rate the show and share it? Is that
She wants people to share and rate the show.
Well, actually, I was
Well,
thinking
I'm
it the
just-
other
just
way
saying.
around, maybe. Like rate the show, share the show.
Yeah, and if there's a place to comment, do make some of those too.
Yeah, exactly.
Definitely in a positive direction.
So Atticus Coffee and Tea is one of our main sponsors. Jet is wearing actually one of their beanies and one of their hoodies right now. Way to represent, Jet. So, and drinking out of one of their mugs. Where's the camera? There it is. Look at that. Look at that thing. You can order from them online at atticustea.com. I'm going to drop that website right here in the chat. And if you use code 1232 at checkout, you get 32% off. So make sure you check out.
Man, I'm going to do
there. Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
Anybody can use it, whether you were part of the show or not. If you were one of the cast members, you got a care box from them. So that was awesome. And then also our other one is Phil, you got it. You got it at the studio. So Atticus, thank you guys so much for sponsoring the show, keeping us well caffeinated. Also, next sponsor is Phil Bob Borman Fine Art. Phil Bob is an incredible painter and artist and just like mentor of Jet and I, of all five of us sitting right here. We've known him for a long time. His artwork is hanging in many galleries across Montana, Wyoming, Texas.
One of my
Arizona.
favorite people in the whole world.
Yes, as a human being, there is rare. He's a rare exception. Yeah.
And as far as a skyscape artist, it
Oh.
doesn't get any better.
You're there in the
No matter where I am in the world, I can pull up a Borman image or see one and be transported immediately back to the West. And there's nothing like Western skies, and somehow he fits them on a single piece of canvas.
So please check out Phil Bob Borman Art, and I'm going to drop that link in the chat. He does have a gallery online that you can absolutely check out his beautiful work. It looks like the real thing. So thank you, Phil Bob and Deanna Borman, for not only being incredible friends of ours, but also by sponsoring the show. You've got ads in the podcast. Thank you very much. Okay, next one. Alpha and Omega Chiropractic. I really wish I could be there.
That's right.
We all wish we could have a session. I can't even. We went snowmobiling. I did not do so well, and I am very sore. So, Dr. Joe Fraley, time travel is hard on the back, and sometimes you need a good chiropractor. Now, he is based out of Ruidoso, New Mexico. So, in order to get, what would you call it? A consultation with him. You can call or email him, but also to visit him in person because he's a true healer. And he and his family have been wonderful supporters of the show. So thank you, Joe Fraley, Alpha and Omega. Which
All
we
of our
need.
heads on straight.
Yeah, all of our heads. Yeah.
Yeah.
We've got some chronic problems in this family here. And then, of course,
Lying on our
Dramify.
head a few times.
We have Dramify. We've talked about them a lot tonight. Everybody, that is a great place when talking about, for sure, family-friendly shows without any uh-ohs or oops. That is Dramify. They have got westerns and romances and comedies and action-adventure and retellings of Robin Hood and 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, all with incredible voice actors, many we've worked with on the show. But these guys are based out of Utah. They have been so supportive of the show, and we are so happy to be working with them. And you can listen to 1232 on their platform. Highly recommend that. And then our last sponsor we want to thank for bringing the show to life is Oasis Audio. They are also in association with Enclave Publishing and Sky Turtle Press. Oasis Audio is one of the OGs. They worked with Adventures in Odyssey back in the day and then Focus on the Family, went on and created their incredible company. And so we got to meet with them and talk with them. They fell in love with the show thanks to Kevin McDonald, who played Mirthan, and the prologue and did the narration, and Miranda, who played Lady of the Lake, and Robin and Mark Wengren, and all of the characters you meet in those first few episodes. You guys sold the show. You sold these ads. So
And
thank
Oasis has a really cool epic coming out as well.
Yes.
Cool.
That is the Fairy Queen. So Rebecca K. Reynolds, the Sky Turtle Press, has adapted Edmund Spenser's The Fairy Queen into modern prose, which has never been done, which is crazy
Wow.
because this is one of
It's
the
a big
most
deal.
original fairy tale, like one
a
of
really
the
big deal.
oldest, like written down fairy tale epics.
Mhm.
And so maybe they'll let us turn it into an audio epic.
Oh, that'd be intense.
You guys bored or something?
Yeah, right. Yeah, we don't have enough work to do.
I have one little bit of trivia when you concerning Oasis. Actually, I didn't work with Oasis, but I did do some voices on an Adventure an Odyssey episode once.
Nice.
Oh, that's cool.
There you go.
Well,
Very cool.
Happened to be in the studio at the time they were doing it. They just said, "Hey, come in here."
Nice. Yeah, just one time. Just one time.
Right, just
Oh
for a
man.
second.
Well, we are definitely huge fans of Adventures in Odyssey and this crew. We all got to grow up listening to it, and JD Sutter and Chris Green. All of you guys have been involved with that, and we really thank you for supporting this show. And if there aren't any more questions, then we want you guys to get to streaming, get to listening. Like I said, 1232 is out now on all streaming platforms, and you can listen to the first 5 episodes. The next episode will drop next Wednesday, which is, I don't have a calendar pulled up.
3
but
days from now.
3 days from now. It's so weird. Let's see. We do have a question. Do you know which one you were on, Sid? Which episode?
Oh gosh, which
No.
No.
no, that was like 25 years ago. So it was a minute. Yeah, I do not remember because my friends were doing it, and I was working on a different Focus on the Family project, Last Chance Detectives, which was a lot of fun. It was a live action show, and I came in the studio when they were recording that with the director, and he said, "Hey, you want to do a couple of things?" So it was a couple of throwaway lines. It wasn't anything impressive. I know one of them was me falling off a cliff, going, "Wow, wee-haw!" That was the extent.
That's some of that audio stuntman stuff.
Oh yeah, audio stunts.
I was doing audio stunts.
Oh yeah.
I started in actual film stunts, and then I moved to audio stunts because clearly I have a face for radio.
Nice, yeah. And we do have Eric Basil, who's been a part of many of the Adventures in an Odyssey. He is in episode 3. He plays the lawyer who breaks the news to Flint and Rhona about things that impact their life. Not to give too much away, but we got to have him on there, and he plays
That's right. That was
Smitty,
cool.
and he plays a really, really fun King later on for another.
Yeah.
We got to him do a bunch.
He's brilliant. He's a wonderful creative guy.
Yeah.
Good dear friend of mine. Yeah.
Yeah, that was really fun. Well, thank you all so much for joining the launch party. Like I said, we've had over 100 downloads today alone. Let us see where we are right now in real time. Logging back in here to check the statistics. 173. We are so close to 200 downloads in one day. Guys, this literally puts us in such an amazing spot for the show to launch. Thank you guys for listening. You can listen here on my YouTube channel. There is a section called podcast. It's a little tab there, and the 1232 episodic is on there. And if you want to just follow along with more news that we'll be releasing, then we will subscribe to YouTube, and we'll have more of that up.
As the music
that
is
is good
released,
night. Thank you, Kitty.
It'll be
And
on
as
yours.
music is released, we'll have some of that music up there. Like Jet said, Static Line will be released soon. We just want you guys to meet Rhona and Flint. Then you'll hear that song, and hopefully it'll all come rushing back to you. But I think
it'll all be. I think most of the music will be released under your name.
Yeah.
And Rumble Stump. I'm playing mostly the part of I feel like the mouth of Sauron.
What? That makes me wow. What a nerd. Wow.
Not the eye, the mouth.
Wow. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And well, thank you all so much, Mom and Sherry, Cheyenne and Sid. Thank you guys so much for being a part of the show. I think we are going to end it there. It's been a nice hour and a half. I know we could all keep talking. That's why there are 60 episodes. So we'll leave it there. All right. We love you guys.
Keep us going.
Happy streaming.
Yep.
Thank you,
and
guys.
we'll listen and
There
praise
we
God
go.
for everything He does.
Yes. Grateful to
Amen.
our friends and families and all those new friends that we're meeting
Yep.
over this. And we're grateful to the Lord for all of the things He has done.
Yep.
How majestic is He.
Every time.
Amen.
Yep.
All right. Nosta. Adios.
Adios.
Viva Camry. That's my new thing. Just Viva Wales. All right.
Seriously
Bye-bye.
there.
Bye now.